In the next 60 days, you'll start being asked a series of questions about your life and who lives in your home. It is census time, and the state says it is critical that you take part. Ben Garbarek reveals what's happening next.
It's right at the beginning of the U.S. Constitution. Right after the Founding Fathers wrote that there should be a Congress, they said there should also be a census every 10 years. State officials have been working for months to make sure there's an accurate count because billions of dollars are at stake.
The census counts everyone to make things better for all of us.
There are two main questions being answered with the upcoming census. How many people live in the U.S. and where do they live? Lydia Mahalik is leading the state's efforts to count Ohioans.
The census is the most important thing that the state of Ohio will do together in the next 6 months.
People will get information in the mail in the next few weeks about how to fill out a census survey. The population count will decide how to divvy up roughly $675 billion in federal funding. More people means more money.
What we want to make sure in Ohio is that every individual that lives in the state of Ohio gets counted, because there is so much at stake, because there are resources that are available for people who need them.
It's important for a lot of reasons.
Mark Caleb Smith is a political science professor at Cedarville University. He says money from Washington goes for all sorts of programs.
You're talking about highway funding, you're talking about education funding, you're talking about potentially health care funding. Many things are connected to that size of the population.
The census will also decide how many representatives in Congress will come from Ohio. Estimates say Ohio will likely lose a seat in Congress because the state is not growing like other parts of the country. There are often privacy concerns with the census. But Smith says legally, the federal government is not allowed to use the information for anything besides the census.
I can understand why people would be wary of the government having information. But it's also a little bit ironic given how much information we freely give to social media and other outlets.
This will also be the first census done mostly online. There will be people at Columbus Metropolitan Library branches there to help people fill out the forms online. And eventually, there will be census takers going door to door to make sure everyone is counted. Adam, back to you.
All right, Ben Garbarek. Ben.